Good afternoon, everybody. This is a recap for February 14th and kind of a look ahead to the week ahead and what's going to come as of Tuesday, what we are looking at, the top names to be watching. So, my goal in this is to help you guys. Basically, you need to, if you're a trader, your account should be matching, if not doing better than the S&P 500. If you're not doing that, then you're not being successful as a trader, essentially, because you should be playing the names that are pulling the market up and are already into all-time high names, and that's what I'm trying to teach you guys, to lift your head up and stop looking at the names that are way down here and start looking at the names that are already up here and ready for this next move, ready for these big legs. Because if you just keep on doing that, you're fighting the trend, essentially. You want the names that are lifting you up. Okay, so how we ended on Friday was the S&P got a new all-time high. It did not close very strong, and we need to see more follow through than that. But whatever the case, we are still in a daily, weekly, monthly uptrend. Everything looks good, and we are primed for a run up. This is where things start to get real choppy. So if you go back and look at these other bull runs, it's hard to make entries on this. Like this is like, these are sustained moves. They're not very big ranges, and it's just hard to get in. Like ideally you would have found a pullback here and got some of the move up, but even still, this pulled back quite a bit. These are hard moves to nail and be a part of. So you need to position yourself before these moves happen, and you need to be in the names that are already on their way up and already at all-time highs. You position yourself in the ones that are closest to that. So anyways, the S&P has made a new all-time high, but I always reference everything to the futures, the S&P futures. So ES has not made an all-time high yet. There were still ranges that levels that happened in early hour trading or extended hour trading, that so we're just basically not in a complete blue sky breakout yet. We still have these levels that we're fighting and up against right now, and we're coming up against one right now. But yeah, so that's what we have to work with. We're almost there, not quite, but we're close. The NASDAQ, we had this equilibrium here that broke bull. Now we are seeing follow through. We're breaking multiple levels here. If we can't break this all-time high, we ideally hold this back test, because this was an important level to break, the double top right here, or we can back test this downtrend line. That is kind of another place we could be looking at too. Or we could just keep grinding up. Nothing's off the table as of yet. The Russell, still in its equilibrium. Nothing's changed yet. Looks like we put a top in on this bounce so far. No follow. Just checking. Oh no, we haven't officially topped out on this move yet. So we are still on this move up. But we have made room for a higher low on the way back down. And we still have a lot of room that we can chop around for a lot of time. So that's IWM, the Dow, and everything I do, I will show you in the futures. So these aren't the regular tickers, but I show you in this, so because there's just more data, there's more levels, and they're more important than what the tickers are themselves. This is a paid service. You have to have live mini futures to have. So we're still looking at the Dow on this cup and handle. We're still hanging out in the handle part. Nothing's changed. We're chopping around here. This is a great sign. Still a great sign. This can chop around for quite a while, and nothing's changing until that happens. One of these levels need to break. We have a double top and a double or triple bottom, whatever you want to call that, and we're just letting all the exponential moving averages and all the indicators cool off, ideally, before we just make a continuation bounce and go to all-time highs. The semiconductors still on their bounce. They broke their equilibrium in the gap fill territory. Now when this move tops out, we want to see the 12 moving average or this top ideally hold as support on the way back down. But yeah, we're in gap fill territory and we're looking back up into this resistance here. And then we still have a ways to go. Like SMH, the semiconductors have been chopping sideways for months. We have a monthly equilibrium. So ideally, so monthly equilibrium, we're still looking at the all-time highs, we pulled back enough on this candle, so we could be looking at a weekly higher low than that. So that's what we're looking at, though. Just a monthly equilibrium. And this can play out for years. Who knows? IBM, another top ticker. We're just still looking for a daily lower high than the all-time high. This is another reason why I position myself in this. I was looking at a higher low than the gap up, and we were hourly oversold. It was perfect. That's why I took it. Now I'm in two positions that are risk-free and ready for an all-time high run. But we are still in an equilibrium. Nothing changes until one of these levels breaks. Pltr, top watch on next week. Another name. So I didn't manage to capitalize on this oversold bounce here. I'm not sure if it totally hit hourly oversold. I will be putting that back in because we did hit a new all-time high. So any hourly oversold, I would love to buy, possibly even a 15-minute oversold. Tesla, we're still just bouncing. Nothing's changed. We're still in a weekly downtrend. We're trying to find a monthly higher low still. Still trying to find a monthly higher low than this right here. So it's quite a ways to go. Nothing's guaranteeing that this is... I'll delete that. Nothing guarantees that this is the low yet. This is just a bounce that we're in. A daily bounce. We need to start seeing a higher... We've made enough of a bounce that we should see a daily higher low. And that is the most important level to hold now. We're coming up against this resistance. We've got the 12 moving average and the 50. We're coming up from underneath. I will be cutting my position, probably 3/4 of my position, if we can manage to get to the 50 moving average and this 380.55 level. I'll do it in the mid 370s for sure. I will be cutting that, which I will, because I just want to see where the higher low comes from. 377, so 377 is the 50 moving average. I would say the mid 370s, I would be cutting most of my position. I have weeklies and March calls, I believe. If not April, I'm not 100% sure on that. But I had weeklies, 325 weeklies, and March 350s, I believe. But yeah, I'm risk-free at this time, but I want to even guarantee that I get a profitable position, even if we do make a lower low. Because we did lose the 50. A lot of times you will go retest the 200 afterwards, like we did back here, here. So we haven't done it yet since this giant move up. And so yeah, wherever this move tops out, ideally we see hourly oversold mark a daily higher low. And then we continue this daily uptrend. But just a bounce, just a dead cat bounce at this time. You should be getting into risk-free positions as of this point. And, de-risking yourself. RGTI. So we broke this equilibrium. We didn't get a lot. We got a little bit of follow-through, but we did end up bouncing. We have an inside bar on the day, so that's a pretty tight range. We are in a daily downtrend now. We're looking for our weekly higher low. Ideally, this Ideally, that would mark a bottom, but we haven't bounced that much to make a higher low at this point. So nothing's guaranteed. We need to see more continuation on Tuesday when we open up, and yeah, to get more room. Otherwise, we are looking at these levels here. We have that gap. Yeah, so right there, 973 is a important level, and we have this gap fill underneath it. Okay, so that's our GTI. BABA, another top name. I'm definitely interested in reloading another position. I still have a couple calls left from back here. I would like to see an hourly oversold. The difficulty with BABA is that with the Chinese trading as well, it does make it difficult to play, and it's very unpredictable. But we've came out of this 3-month inverse head and shoulders. That's why I'm so interested in this. This is a long-term trend change. We are in a bull market now, officially in BABA. And the next, I mean, we're looking for, we are looking for a 3-month lower high than the all-time high. There's a lot of room for the bears to take over. Areas of interest that I'm watching for is 150 to be a potential. That would still put us in bear flag territory for this overall giant move down. So we need to get above 150 is the main critical level on BABA. And I mean, a lot of the Chinese names are doing the same. They're breaking out of their long-term bottoms, officially putting themselves in bull markets. And also, like, this was the last Trump presidency. I did position myself based on what happened during the last Trump presidency, and this was it. This was literally his last presidency, and then after that, it's apparently Biden wasn't good for it. So I'm just kind of watching it, that Trump, even with the trade war and all the stuff that was going on, it rallied hard. And I mean, that's just because all of everything rallied the last time Trump was in, like all the small names, everything just rallied. Like it was, whereas Biden, it was more of a selective rally, and more of the big tech was thriving. Not a lot of the smaller tech names and small caps thrived as well as they did under Trump. This was an all market rally. Biden was a selective market. Now we're in Trump, which I would expect. It's like literally throwing a dart at a dartboard. Unless something crazy happens, that's kind of what I'm going to expect for this next presidency, the next 4 years, and that's how I'm going to play it until something proves otherwise. So yeah, I would be looking for a back test to this previous breakout level. Not that saying that we will get there, but I feel like we're going to hit the 150s in fairly short order, and I would be taking more profit. Oh, we got earnings too. Earnings will probably dictate that. I might cut earnings pre-market Thursday, so I might cut, see what we do on Tuesday, Wednesday. I might cut Wednesday at the end of the day. Anyways, going on, Nvda still continuing its bounce. Obviously, the DeepSeek fiasco has been kind of shrugged off, and investors are absolutely buying this back up. Like, this is solid. We have, yeah, this is great. Good to see. Now we've got a daily higher low. This is the important level to hold. We're quickly about to close the gap, and we will see where this move tops out, essentially. Nothing says it has to top out. But yeah, we should be expecting a lower high than this 148 level. We should be expecting a lower high, and we'll see where the consolidation. That will be important. Where this move tops out, and where we start getting daily consolidation, and how much consolidation we get. I don't want to lose the 0.382 essentially, and I want to keep bull flagging and continuing on that way. We do have earnings in a couple weeks, so we could see a bull run on that. If we rally the entire time before earnings, I'm selling before earnings. I will de-risk most of my position. Microsoft. So we had that inside bar, bear break, no follow through. The mother bar is the most important at this time. Don't want to lose the low of this mother bar. And for the bears, if this was a bull break or bear break with no follow through, then I would be cautious as a bear. TSM, we did break bear on this equilibrium with no follow through, and that's let's see, 197.98. Yeah, we actually did break this equilibrium bear break with no follow through, and that could just be them trying to chase, them seeing your stops, wanting to stop out a bunch of people and then lift it afterwards. It's a fake out essentially, and we'll see where this daily bounces, but I would still be expecting a lower high than this level. Expect that. Now just our range is now this is our range. Apple's still in this giant equilibrium. Nothing changes until one of these levels break now. These are important levels now. But we're looking pretty strong. That's pretty solid bull volume. It's pretty steady. So we very well could break this, and this could mark our bottom before we see a bull run. It looks like everything wants to run. So I'm a bull until something proves otherwise, and nothing has to me at this time. Reddit, getting a bit more follow through off the earnings fall. So I'm going to be cautious on Reddit. I'm still not, if we get one more day, or I might buy off the 50 moving average. Not sure yet. I want to see this a bit more, maybe see a 4-hour oversold. Oh, it did hit that. Jeez. Hit that in one candle. Okay, well, I'm skeptical of Reddit as far as, I do want an entry. It looks like we are backtesting this previous highs here. So, I don't know. I'd like to get it off the 50 moving average, personally, and see if that holds. I want to see a pivot there. AVGO. Yeah, we're just hanging out at the highs here. I was looking at a rising wedge here, which we broke bear and didn't get follow through. So I'm just adjusting this rising triangle, or more of a rising triangle. But looks okay still. Still hanging out at the highs here. Volume decreasing, which is a good sign. Yeah, I'd say it still looks good. Hopefully that puts in the quick daily higher low, and then we see more upside. Netflix. I'm going to go over now the top watch for next week. And these are the names that you should be looking at, because yes, they are at all-time highs, but they're also lifting the market, and these are the names you will see the biggest bull runs on. So when the S&P finally goes on its bull run, these are the names that will see the biggest upside. So Meta, I'm interested in hourly oversold off the 12 moving average. BK, same thing. Already in its blue sky breakout, waiting for pullbacks. Cart, Instacart, looks good. Just kind of grinding along this 12 moving average here. So that's a buy until it's not a buy. But it looks good. We have earnings coming up, so caution on that. Let's see BK. No, BK is okay. Yeah, earnings are already passed for those other two. Ftnt. Not sure what this is. I think this is a security company. Anyways, it's Still getting an earnings run here, increasing volume here. It looks good. I would be definitely interested on a 1 hour oversold, a pullback of any type. We are getting extended on the weekly. Everything's extended. So this is not investment time as much as it is trade time. And that goes for every name. Every name is the same. Yeah, BK's got a little bit more room to the upside. Yeah, on the daily anyways. But yeah, every time frame's pretty overbought. HIMS might be putting in a top here actually. We'll see how consolidation looks on the daily. But this is quite a volume climax, so caution on that on HIMS. IoT, big bull day to close out Friday. So this is something we could see a good run from. IoT, JP Morgan, new all-time high with no follow through, closing week. So we could be getting a bit extended here. I'd be interested in probably 4 hour oversold at this point. Maybe 4 hour oversold. I would take a chunk of JP Morgan. I'm already in Morgan Stanley. Netflix, just trucking along. Hourly oversold. I'd love to take a nibble at. NI, seeing lots of volume. Decreasing volume at this point. I'm kind of expecting daily consolidation soon, so I would be interested in hourly oversold. Pltr, the same thing. It's just I'm still waiting for a blow off top on Pltr. I don't think we're done yet. I still think there's room to the upside. I think this will be like one of those GameStop situations. Crazy, and then we just see a multi-year consolidation type deal. At least 50%, I would say. This is not an investment time. Not a time to invest. I would be waiting for a pullback. Anyways, it's a little bit longer video today. I hope you like the stuff, and like and subscribe.